Hey everybody, welcome back to the darkest of dungeons. Last time I believe, it's been a little while since I uploaded, so I'm not really exactly sure, but I believe we took our abomination out for a test run, and that went fairly well. So this time, let's see what our options are. We do have a couple bosses available, but I don't really want to do any of them just yet, because I kind of want my best squad available for that, and I'm thinking that's going to mean Dismas, Joan of Arc, and Morgan, and then some sort of, probably a range damage class like Sigmund here. But, I don't know. We'll have to see what transpires here. We do probably need to look at getting some upgrades, so let's see here. Okay, what can I afford? Well, why don't we go ahead and upgrade Beryl's weapon, and Sigmund's weapon, and Morgan's armor. And let's do Matafleur's weapon. Asmodeus... I don't really know what's more important for you. I guess probably the weapon. And Dismas already has his weapon upgraded. Alright, so... I don't really want to spend too much more money on anything, but I do want to look at these skills and see if there's any I want to upgrade. Not really. I think we're pretty much good. Yeah, I don't really see much I want to upgrade here. I'm fairly happy with his skill combination. It's pretty good. Stagecoach. Is there anyone I want? Okay. I had a system in mind that I wanted to use here. I need to go through it again in my head. Tank. 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 Healer. Healer, healer, healer. Okay, so yeah, I probably need another tank at this level, because I really only have two I can use for the low-level dungeons. And none of you really qualify as tanks. Technically, you could probably run a party successfully with a Hellion as your tank, but I don't really like that idea too much, and I don't think I'm going to spend too much more money, although let me look at one thing first. Okay, he is just... Yeah, I've heard some people say I need to retire Ulbrecht. I'm thinking about it. I like having the attachment to this particular name, so that gives me a little bit of pause. Plus, he is my only third-level character, but others will start to get there too. So I'm probably going to base it on how annoying Kleptomania becomes. It's going to be really expensive to get rid of, so that's not great. But if it starts getting really annoying, then yeah, I'm probably going to replace it even. I might have to get rid of him, even though I have invested a lot in him. He's kind of set up how I want my Crusaders to be set up, and none of the others really are, I don't think, so. We'll have to see how that turns out. But I don't think anyone really needs to be de-stressed that isn't already being de-stressed. And I don't really want to start spending money in the sanitarium yet until I can get it a little more upgraded. That's another question. Can I upgrade anything? No. No, I have almost no busts, portraits, or deeds. I have plenty of crests, but I need more than just crests. Alright, so, you know, I could do a boss. I could probably get away with doing a boss. It's just which one? The Wizened Hag... We could do the Wizened Hag. Alright, if I do the boss, this is the group we're going to use. Who do I put back there, though? Okay, what do you have? Pretty much all your skills allow you to work from the back. So, maybe I could take Barrow? Let's see. I just recently watched, an episode of somebody's Darkest Dungeon playthrough where they took a Crusader, a Leper, a Plague Doctor, and a Vestal to take on the Wizened Hag. And apparently did not pay attention to the fact that that party cannot hit anything behind the back two ranks, Except for the Plague Doctor, which doesn't really help you very much against the Hag because she's resistant to Blight, as I recall. So that didn't go so well for them. So I want to make sure that I don't have that problem. Okay. Looks like he'd be able to hit the back row okay. He, not so much. He does have that. He could hit the back row with that. And he can mark stuff, but he can't really mark anything in the back. So you know what? Let's not take Barrel. Let's see. Sigmund or Bertrand would probably be the best if I am committing to do the boss with first level characters. Which I think I can get away with. I believe I can. We're going to give it a try anyway. I might lose people here, but this is something we're going to try to do. By the way, some characters who probably still need names. Dismas could use a name. Pistrus could use a name. Sigmund could use a name. Bertrand could use a name. And I think that's pretty much about it as far as names are concerned. So, if you have any ideas for names for those characters, go ahead and let me know. And I will try to work them in. Let me just look at my list here. Yeah, I don't believe I have any other names saved up for those characters. So, Dismas, Highwayman, Pistrus, Vestal, Sigmund, Houndmaster, Bertrand, Arbalist, and I can't really think of anybody else at the moment. Okay, so why don't we take Bertrand and Joan of Arc. And let's see what items we've got here. We've got this. Kind of lowers your speed, but it ups your accuracy, so you're going to hit more consistently. And then we can give you this for extra crit. Let's see. What do we give you? Probably this, because you're primarily a healer, and that gives you a little more extra survivability. I want you to have this, so you have more chance to stun. Oh, wow, I would be nerfing your dodge into the ground if I gave you that. Why don't you take the dodge cloak and... Let's see... I don't really like any of these all that much. Why don't we give you this? Get your hit points up a little bit. This is making a very low-speed party, which is a little concerning, but... it's not necessarily the end of the world. I don't really like any of these. I don't really like nerfing his dodge, since he's already got a cloak for dodge on. Resistances wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing in the world. Maybe we'll give that to her. Or give her the Arya box. I think that might be a good idea as well. Then that just leaves the question, what do I give him? Beastslayer's ring? There are a fair amount of beasts here. The boss herself is not a beast, though. So I don't know if that's the best plan. Why don't we just give him this? No downside. I should check before we go out. Light sensitive, that's not great. Warren's phobe. Okay, so he doesn't have anything bad about the Weald. Hers aren't too bad. Does anybody have anything good about the Weald? Not really, so it's kind of zero-sum on that. Okay, you know what? I am a little concerned here, so I'm actually going to go and do a little bit of upgrading before we engage on this. I could do the Duelist Advance point-blank shot combo with this character, but I don't know if that's necessarily the best plan. Who else is going? Bertrand is going. Does Bertrand know her mark skill? Yes, she does. So we're going to give her Sniper Shot, and we're going to upgrade Blind Fire for her. I almost feel like I should give her Battlefield Bandage, too. So she can supplement Joan of Arc's healing a little bit. But I don't know if that's necessarily what I need to do here. I do want to have Rampart upgraded, and I want to have Guard upgraded on you. Let's see. Joan of Arc, I believe I already upgraded. Yes. Dismas. I don't really know if there's really anything I want to upgrade on Dismas, honestly. Let me make this a little more accurate. And after that, it doesn't really matter, because that's not gonna be too useful against the boss. It'd be useful against other things, but I'm more worried about the boss. And why don't we go through and upgrade everybody's gear? I don't think this will put us too bad off financially. So, yeah, we're at about 6,000. That's a little close to what I consider to be my danger zone, but I think it's probably acceptable. So, this is going to be our squad to take out the hag. We have pretty good back row damage. We have a marking skill. I really don't like that. So that's suppression. So why don't we go ahead and give you Bola. Yep, we have that, which does extra damage to mark. We have the Bellow, which is really good if we run into the dogs. We have his base damage skill, which isn't going to be too useful with my torch up, but can't really do anything about that. Okay. So, alright, so we need enough for a feast, and then we need 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals, and we want 8 torches. Let's go ahead and buy one more. Let's buy 4 shovels. Let's buy 2 keys, 3 herbs. Oh god, I'm spending way too much money. Antivenoms. Bandages. We gotta save on bandages. Oh my god, this is a little lower than I like to go, but I want to make sure I'm prepared. So this is going to be a very much risk reward.
I collected many rare and elusive volumes on ancient herbal properties, and was set to enjoy several weeks immersed in comfortable study. My work was interrupted, however, by a singularly striking young woman who insisted on repeated calls to the house.
So yeah, this is going to be pretty risk-reward here.
There is method in the wild corruption here. It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
As I was saying, this is going to be pretty risk-reward here. If we screw this up, it's going to be real bad for us going forward, but if we succeed, then it should pay off pretty well. Now, this is not a great map setup, because this is probably the most likely place for the boss, but the boss could also be here, here, probably not here, but one of these two is possible. This is the most likely one, though, so we're probably going to start in that direction. Okay, we got a sack. Let's go ahead and open her up. Some decent money. We already have something we need a shovel for, so it's a good thing we brought plenty of them.
A victim to the spreading corruption.
Let's go ahead and use our first torch.
With misintent.
And our first fight. And we surprised them. That is a good omen. Alright. So, I'm thinking we stun this guy if we can. Okay, he's locked down.
May we find victory.
And then you're gonna... That reduces their speed and their dodge. Why don't we do that? Get him debuffed here early on. Then we're gonna grape shot. Get some damage on the whole group. And why don't you blind fire to get your speed up? We need damage on everything, so hopefully leaving all of them alive doesn't cause us too much trouble here. Okay, marking on him is good, because I want him marked. Because what that means is that the big fungus guy is going to hit him, and what I can do next turn with him is guard so that he doesn't take nearly as much damage. I think it's probably time for some focus damage here. That's not really very good, but we can get a kill, so we'll get it.
Give them no quarter.
Why don't you try for a stun on him this time? Okay, we got it. That's good. You're going to go ahead and guard... Well, these guys are probably both going to be attacking you. Like, this guy we don't have to worry about. And this guy's going to go for you, so I'm actually more worried about the fungal artillery. But still, I think it's probably good to guard Dismas here. He's the most likely target, other than Morgan. Okay, so he absorbs that like a champ. He does get debuffed, though. Here comes the attack I was worried about. 5 damage, very reasonable, very easy to absorb. Why don't you open vein on this man?
Confidence
Okay,
surges
he's
as
done.
the enemy crumbles.
And why don't you mark this guy so we can do some extra damage to him going forward. Okay. He is probably not going to resist this stun, so we'll do the stun again. Why don't you clear out one of these corpses? Get him a little closer. Alright. Mark prey again. Don't have to worry about it, because the guy who hits the marked targets is stunned. Okay, go ahead and shoot him. Nice crit.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Nailed him pretty good. Go ahead and heal him just so he's topped off. And you open vein. Good crit. Okay, he's bleeding. He's going to die in 1 round. So, he's going to get to go first. Alright, what's this going to do? 5 damage. Not bad. Certainly something we can absorb. In fact, this probably gives us a chance to get out some more heals, because now the bleed is going to kill this guy, so we don't really have to worry about him anymore. So why don't you just hit the corpse, and you heal Morgan back up. I don't even think Bertrand can do much of anything
Their
here, so let's just hit
formation
him.
is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yes, it is broken, because it's not there anymore. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm glad we brought up plenty of shovels, because this place is full of barriers. This is exactly what I was worried about. That's why I bought as many as I did, because the Weald has a lot of stupid barriers. Alright, let's use a bandage here. We get a little bit of money and some citrines. No battle, right? No battle. Let's pop this door open. Okay. Go ahead and use another torch. Oh, this is what we use anti-venom on. Okay, we got some more portraits and a little bit of money. Okay, there's a trap. We dodged it good. I'm really hoping for scouting here, because I want to know if the hag is in the spot where I think she is. So I'm really hoping we get scouting here in these next 2 rooms. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go into it blind, and I don't like doing that. Let's get some damage on everybody. Here comes a rend. 4 damage, nothing we can't necessarily absorb. Go ahead and stun this man. Good. Why don't you go ahead and guard Dismas so that cultist man here doesn't attack him. Nor do those guys. Yep, you're marked. That's about what I expected. I'm going to try to mark him, but it's going to go on Morgan because of the guard. Alright, mark this one, because this one has not taken any damage, so high damage, single target attacks, best to get it on that guy back there. Okay, well, we could keep AoEing them, or we could open vein on one. That's bad. Okay. 15% miss chance, bit us in the ass a little bit. Starting to feel like I'm playing XCOM 2 again. That seems to happen in that game more than any other. Why don't we stun this man?
The
Okay.
light, the promise of safety.
Mitigates the damage coming in a little bit. Alright, I was hoping for a little more than that, but we'll take what we can get. We can always have Dismas shoot it to finish it off, hopefully. Okay, they're stacking up marks on him. His health is a little bad off, but I don't think it's too bad. Why don't we bellow here and get their health and dodge, or speed and dodge down. Okay, there's a rend, a little bit of damage. I think we might want to start focusing on healing you.
Continue
Okay, that
the
one's down.
onslaught. Destroy.
Let's go ahead and get a heal out on Morgan. Get his health back up. And then we're gonna stun this guy. Move him back, get this guy up front. Escape Cloud's gonna move him all the way to the back. And poison 2 of our guys. That's kind of shitty. Alright. We'll go ahead and mark this man. Okay, these guys are both stunned, so I don't have to worry about either of them hitting me. That's good. Unfortunately, now I can't stun either of them. So I guess we take this opportunity to give Morgan another heal. And you really need to kill this man. Ah, Unbelievable. Alright. Bello, bail me out. Yeah. Nice. Okay, that's a miss. Good stuff. That's a kill. Go ahead and open vein. Got the bleed. He dies in 3 turns. Let's try blind fire.
Precision.
They must have changed that, because I was noticing it playing just on my own. Blind fire.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Blind fire used to hit corpses. It doesn't hit corpses anymore. I haven't seen it hit a corpse in several days of play. So I think they fixed that. If you can even call it a fix. I mean, I didn't have a problem with blind fire hitting corpses. It did probably push it over the edge and into uselessness. So this is a welcome change in terms of making it a more useful skill, but I didn't have that big of a problem with it. We only have 2 shovels, so I'm not gonna open that. Apparently our skin is going to burn. It's not super great. There's a trap. That's bad. I want to put my light up as high as I can so I have maximum scouting chance in this next room. I got it. Is that our boss? It is in fact the boss. Okay. Then what that means is that we are camping here. We're gonna feast.
In the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Get us pretty much back to our ideal state. We're gonna have Dismas do his clean guns. You're gonna restring your crossbow. And then we have 5 left to do something with. This would eat up 4, and pretty much this would be our last skill use. And that would prevent us from being nighttime ambushed. Might be worth it, not sure. That gives everybody 10 dodge and 3 crit. I feel like that might be the best thing to do going into this boss here. So we're going to do that. And we're going to hope RNG doesn't screw us on the ambush. Plenty of blood left to shed this day. This place is horrific. Even so, I am at ease. We are healthy and mentally steeled for this challenge. That's it. No sleep for us. We march to victory or ruin. This would be far worse without the great bounty in our packs.
The match is
we did not get ambushed.
A blazing star is born.
And there are no fights on the way, so this should just be a nice leisurely walk over to the boss, and then we'll see if we have the group to take down the hag. Alright, so barrier's out of the way. We're at the door. We're going to use another torch.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
And if we do well enough on this boss, we will go back and explore the rest of this place. But priority in a boss mission is you go straight for the boss, and you camp to buff yourself up for the boss if you can. Into the pot. The healer goes first. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. Probably not, actually, but it's nothing we can't really deal with. Okay, that did a lot of damage to the pot. She's going to season Dismas. He dodged it. That's amazing. We're going to go ahead and mark this woman here. And then we're going to break the pot. Get Joan of Arc out of it. She took a fair amount of damage in there. Okay, she's putting Morgan in the pot. That's not fantastic. He is boiling. I don't like the sound of that. Let's see, 6 to 11. 6 to 11, they do the same damage. Then let's take the pistol shot. Okay. Get me out of this infernal cookpot. I am working on it. Unfortunately, my Vestal can't really do anything, so that's bad. Morgan's gonna lose a lot of health here. He's gonna lose a ton of health, actually. I don't know. Do we go for the hag? I think we might have to go for the hag here and just let Morgan take the damage. Oh, I'm really glad I went for the hag. Holy crap. Okay, now if I get to go first, yeah, I can... Will a tracking shot do enough? No, we need to open it. Okay, group is back in alignment. My Arbalest is in the pot. That's bad. Because she is terrible up at the front, and I also needed her to do damage to the hag, so... well, you need to get health for yourself, so why don't you judgment on this? And Ideally, Morgan gets to go next. Apparently not. Yeah, I know the pain. It hurts. Oh, come on, lady. Alright, Morgan's in a little bit of trouble. He's down to 11 hit points. I would really like for Morgan to get her out of the pot and do some more damage to the hag. Oh, that's terrible. I guess it's because she's marked, or is no longer marked. Because she gets 2 actions a turn, so she's able to clear the mark off faster. Okay, we need to do something about this frickin' pot. Okay! We are losing health in record time. What are my chances here for the stun? It's like a 40% chance. I'm not really sure if that's worth taking or not. You know what? Why don't we guard the Arbalest? Up your protection? That might keep you from taking as much damage. I feel like that's probably a good plan. Okay, we can't really do anything to the cauldron, so just go ahead and shoot the hag. And now you're going in the pot. You're the only one with any health left, so I guess that works out. Alright, need to bash on this pot as hard as we can, because the Arbalest is going to have to waste her turns getting into the back. Oh, God! Okay. Oh, I'm not liking this. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. Get him out of the pot. Okay, Dismas did not take very much damage, so Dismas kind of has the most health of anyone right now. Blind Fire is not a good idea. 50% chance we hit a target that we can't do any damage to. Go ahead and do another tracking shot. Get your damage up more. Okay. Really need healing on the Arbalest. Morgan's going in the pot. Well, there's not really much I can do about that at this point. I need to kill this hag before she does any more damage to us. Like that. Ugh, good lord. Okay. Mark the hag. You're gonna have to attack her next turn. In fact, Morgan's at death's door. That'll dump him out of the pot. Now we really gotta hope she doesn't go first. Okay. 23! Ah! We're so close, and she's gonna go first, of course. Okay. Alright, she just put somebody in the pot, as long as she doesn't go 2 times in a row. Okay. That's the stress attack. It just... Okay, it didn't do any damage. Morgan's good. We just gotta finish this chick off. Alright, boss dead. And she'll get dumped out of the pot. Alright, we got some pretty good items here. We got the protective collar.
Can be felled. They can be beaten.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled, and they can be beaten. You just have to try. Okay, protective collar. This is an amazing item. Drifter's buckle is not nearly as good. We're going to continue adventuring. Maybe. I don't know. We'll think about it. We're all at really low health, so we might want to walk away from this one. But if I can get back to here, I can at least get something out of the ground with that shovel. And I really invested enough in this that I think I need to try and come away with some kind of profit. So why don't we go ahead and eat and see how long it takes for them to ding us with a hunger check. What does this do? 10% trap, disarm, 4 dodge. Let's give you that. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna try and get back there to that that digging spot and see if maybe we can get something of value out of that. And we're gonna hold on to our food for now. Alright, if they spawn a boss in our way, then we're gonna ignore it. They just spawned a trap, or not a boss, that they spawned an enemy in our way. That's bad. We can only absorb 1 more of those before we have to leave. We should probably rearrange our group, huh? This is not a great setup. Okay. That's a little more reasonable. Alright. Let's use our last shovel. Probably will not need the holy water. Let's use the holy water. Okay. I'm debating whether or not I want to risk it here. On the one hand, no risk it, no biscuit. But, we are all at pretty low health, and we do not have the ability to camp
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
To fix that. So... Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I can see 2 curio... Oh, God. Okay. I can see 1 curio that I can reach reasonably before I get another hunger check. So I'm gonna go in here. It's another digging, so we're not gonna do that. Let's go back in the door. And let's see if we can get to this one in time. Okay, this one's one we can actually access. We can use the bandages. We get an Unholy Slayer's Ring and 100 gold. And at this point, we've probably got to push back from the table because our health situation is not great. I don't want to risk any of these people dying. I was really hoping we would get a little more out of our extensive preparation, but unfortunately, the hag did a little too much damage to us, and we don't really have a good way of recovering from it, so we're going to have to walk. We do, however, come away with the Blasphemous Vial, which is an amazing item for Plague Doctors. 4,500 plus about 9,000 gold. Some deeds, some crests, and some portraits. So, not terrible. You know, we can work with it. Alright, Dismas is just short of leveling up, so that's outstanding. That means we can use him on one more mission, probably a boss kill. He also now has Demonomania. And Joan of Arc is a mankind hater. Interesting. So we'll go on back to the hamlet. Didn't really get any stress. It was all health damage.
Something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
So we don't really need to worry about stress. That's not really a problem for us because no one really got too stressed on that mission. Highest stress total is Morgan. So we're pretty much okay on that. But we need to do a milk run before we do anything else like that. So next video is not going to be the Necromancer. Maybe the one after that. But the next one, at least, I can't do the Necromancer. I don't have enough resources. I don't really want another Crusader. I would prefer to get another Man-at-Arms. I've already got 2 Crusaders. One of which I may not end up keeping, but I can replace him when the time comes. So I would much rather get a Man-at-Arms again. So we're going to hold out for a Man-at-Arms. So we're not going to recruit any of these people. We're also not going to go treat any of our diseases, ailments, or anything like that because we need to not spend any money. We might want to actually consider selling one of these because they're not really useful. You're almost never going to bring 2 Crusaders, so we're going to sell one of those. I pretty much never use these, so I'm going to sell these 2. That one I probably should have kept. Shit. Well, whatever. I don't care. So yeah, we'll go ahead and sell all of that stuff. We got a nice little pile of items starting to build up here. Unholy Slayer's Ring will be nice when we do take on the Necromancer. We might actually be able to get some use out of that. But for now, I think that's going to do it. Thanks everybody for watching our relatively painless attempt at our first boss. We didn't lose anybody. We got the boss down. We had to retreat a little sooner than I wanted to, but you can deal with that kind of thing. It happens. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, which I think I might have literally just said. I don't have a very good memory if you haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, if you are not subscribed to the channel and you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It'll allow you to keep an eye on my ongoing series here like this one, Darkest Dungeon, Earthbound, and the other one that is probably going to be getting uploaded pretty soon. I know I teased that in probably the last one of these or the one before that. I had some stuff going on in my life that made it a little hard to get some recording done. But I'm getting back on the horse today, so more videos should be showing up on the schedule that I seem to have kind of fallen into, which is an every other day upload schedule. I don't know if everything's going to hold to that. I might upload one a little sooner than that, but that's what I'm looking to hold to. So we'll see how that works out. Actually, I'm not going to be able to complete it because I would need to upload one today to keep to that schedule, and I'm not going to have one done in time, but we'll get back on it. Don't worry about it. We're good. If you subscribe to the channel, I will try to keep videos coming as regularly as I can. So don't worry about any sort of disappearances or anything like that. If there is something like that, I will try and let people know through my Facebook page, which you can go find on Facebook and like under FoxBat64 if you want updates and things like that. I also have a Twitter account that mostly announces new videos. I try to do more with it when I can, but I'm not much of a tweeter, just because the 140 character limit thing is really restrictive for me. I'm kind of long-winded. Maybe you've been able to tell. If you are already subscribed to the channel, though, and all that other stuff I just listed, please go ahead and like and share the video. I would greatly appreciate anything like that. Stuff you do like that shows support for my channel, shows support for what I'm doing, and it really motivates me to keep going on this stuff and keep recording. And sometimes you need that. You really do. But I hope everybody enjoyed taking down the hag together. Again, characters that need names. Bertrand, Dismas, Pistrus, basically anyone who's not level 0 and does not already have a name, like Sir Judicale and Wisp down here. Anyone who's not level 0, I will take a name suggestion for. So let's just say that. Let's just do a blanket, open suggestion for names for all of those people. If you have a preference for who you'd like to name, Dismas could probably use one the most, along with Bertrand, Pistrus, and Sigmund, because they're kind of my favorite characters right now. So please give me suggestions for those names. Thank you for your continued support of the series, and I will see you guys for the next time, which we will probably be taking out our Jester on. But we'll save that for later. Alright, thanks everybody again. Bye.